Hey guys, Ben here from Corner Flag Games, and welcome back to episode number 18 of the Hibernian Road to Glory career mode. So guys, without further ado, we are going to jump straight into the calendar to see what sort of games we've got rocking in today's episode. I have fiddled today slightly with my setup, with the green screen and everything behind me. I've actually got a proper tripod and stuff now for my light, which is up there. I don't have to use the light, or the room light, which is above my head, which makes the middle of my massive forehead disappear. But that's fine. We'll run with it. So it's going to be I'll put myself on the live cam for today's episode. So guys, without further ado, we're going to jump straight into this. We'll go into the season calendar and see how things are moving. Okay, so we've got a game in the league against Hamilton at home. Second game will be Aberdeen at home in the league as well. The third game will be against Leverkusen, again in the UEFA Champions League group stages. And the fourth and final game will be away to St Mirren in the league. Okay guys, so moving into today's first episode, we are at home to Hamilton in the league. So we are going to make this a simulated game. It will be the first team that will be running out in this game, considering there's a little bit of a break before our next game against Aberdeen. But then after that, there will be a very short gap to when we play Leverkusen in the league. So our first team can rock out in this one. Halfway through, or well, more than halfway through the first half, Watt scores one in the 30th minute, which means we go 1-0 up. So we'll smack straight through this. And it is a comfortable 3-0 win against Hamilton, with Tony Watt getting an absolute banger of a hat-trick. Okay guys, so moving into today's second game, and it will be our first played game in this episode. We are jumping into the first game, which will be at home to Aberdeen in the league. We are going to be running the backup brigade for this squad. So guys, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, so moving into today's first played game. Yes, the very first played game. We're in the league against Aberdeen at Easter Road at home on a very snowy day. Okay, so here's the Hibernian lineup. It's Leverkusen in goal, the back four of Olsen, Mikado, Hanlon, Mendiseka. Two holding midfielders in Geraldo and Slivka. Three across the higher midfield with Boyle, Mores, and Daryl Horgan. And right up front, we will have Vargas as our point man. Moving along now to the Aberdeen lineup. So it will be Lewis in goal, Logan, McKenna, Reynolds, and Shinny, Gleason, Tansy, McGinn, and Fialsura, Ferguson, and I couldn't see who was up front, but that doesn't really matter. We're just going to bust on straight in through, play with our attacking fullbacks as we always do, and the boys from Easter Road will kick us off in this game. I have had a practice game, but that was very early on today, so let's go the backup brigade, see if we can nick 3 points. And we have our first corner to defend. 6.5 minutes in to this first half. They pump one into the box. Boyle gets a touch to it, but it only falls to Ferguson. Outside the area, Shinny lumps in one. May with a header. Livakovic, safe hands to keep that one. Mores trying to play through some deep traffic here. Slivka knocks on a ball to Vargas. Has Vargas got a man running? He does. It's Slivka. Slivka's going to dunk one down the line to Boyle. Boyle with a cross. Gets one in. It's a decent one. Comes to the outside of the area. It's Dario Mendiseka. We've got lads at the edge of the box. We play one through. Can Morris get a shot off? He does, but it's straight at the keeper's hands. And it's not a great one, lads. It's in the box. Olsen with a dangerous header out. That's a good ball. Can we get a man over the top here? Vargas sprays one over into some space. It's Boyle to chase. Boyle's going to try and cut back. Can we get that one across? It's overrun. Vargas plays through to Olsen. Olsen with a strike. Straight tame shot at Lewis's comfortable hands. So that becomes rather dangerous for us. Flicking on one through. Takes a first time strike. And it's nestled itself in the back of the net, lads. What the actual hell is going on? Some quick 1-2 football from the lads of Hibernian. It went that fast, I couldn't even tell you who it was who took the shot or playing that build-up play. But it was absolutely fantastic to get in there. And what is it going to be? We win it back in the midfield. Quick 1-2s all the way through. Lays one back with a cheeky back heel. And that one nestles itself into the back of the net. And it is Daryl Horgan through the legs of our on-running man. We got very lucky on that one, lads. And the goal comes to Daryl Horgan for his third one in the Prem this season. And it will be Aberdeen that gets us restarted right before the halftime break, Aberdeen looked like the more comfortable team here. We're us struggling to just string a couple of balls together, but we're doing all right. McGinn gets one at the edge of the area, dunks one in, and that one is well over. And that one, lads, looks like it's going to be it for the first half. So the boys of Hibernian come out with the backup brigade. Rather sore, couldn't really do too much in the first half. I dare say that this is our game to lose now, but we'll run into the sheds at half time. Hibernian 1, Aberdeen 0. Alrighty, lads, so here are the match facts at our halftime break with Aberdeen. So for us, it is 1 goal, 3 shots, 3 on target, with a shooting accuracy of 100%. To Aberdeen's 0 goals, 1 shot, 1 on target, with a shooting accuracy of 100% to them as well. We hold on with the passing accuracy with a blistering 89% to Aberdeen's very lowly 75%. And we hold the stake in the possession with 56% to Aberdeen's 44%. So, lads, without further ado, we're going to jump on in, straight in to this second half. And it will be the lads from Aberdeen to kick us off in this second half. So if we can keep on with our foothold after a very semi-decent first half, we might be able to do some more damage. And as I say that, it's Olsen coming down this line. Can we play one on the inside? We do. It's Martin Boyle. Boyle's got a bit of space. He takes a strike, takes a deflection by Reynolds inside the box, and we get ourselves lucky there. And they've thumped one all the way forward to Stevie May, and it's fallen to Fasura. And we get the block in. No, but Leverkusen, safe hands to take the steam out of that one. Tansy flicks one in over the top. It's Fasura, plays one in first time. Leverkusen, very safe for him. It's getting a bit spent. Fasura tries to play one through, but it comes off Mercado. We will get away with it. Morez. Comfortable ball through to Hanlon. Hanlon plays one through now. Geraldo looking for some space, looking for a man. We find one. Vargas goes all the way out to Mendiseka, who's just about spent. Dumps one in. It's back stick. Comfortable save for Lewis. Not good. They get one all the way through. And we do have a man down injured, and it is Olsen. This is not good signs at all. The Olsen was spent whinging for game time. We give you game time, son, and you go and get yourself injured. So, it is Olsen. We will dare know the extent of his injuries. At the end of this match, he's pulled up short with what looks to be a hamstring. It's not a good sign for us. We will turn off our attacking fullbacks. And once we can, we're just going to hit ultra defensive mode. I don't really like to park the bus, but you don't really have too much of a... Our players are spent, to be fair. We're not going to go chasing this. We've got the 1-0. Looks like we are going to end up taking it if we can hold them out for this. Oh, they've gone through. Leverkusen gets down. Get rid, lads. Shaw doing some defensive work, and that will do us, lads, for this first played game. So it is a 1-0 victory over Aberdeen. Not without its issues, though. A very wary injury to Olsen, who's been whinging about some game time. That is not good news for us, but we'll push on. And at the end of 90 minutes, it's going to finish Hibernian 1, Aberdeen, Big Fat Duck 0. So, ladies and gents, here are the match facts at the end of our 90 minutes against Aberdeen. So, for the boys of Hibernian, it will be 1 goal, 5 shots, 5 on target with a shooting accuracy of 100%. To Aberdeen's 0 goals, 4 shots, 4 on target with a shooting accuracy of 100%. Both teams very clinical, but us being the only team that can grab the goal. Aberdeen did claw back some of their possession, so it finished on the 50% mark for both sides, and they did rise up with their passing accuracy, bringing it up from, I think it was 75 to 82. And for the boys of Hibernian, we settled down for a 84% passing accuracy. And lads, this was the news that we were dreading. So our last game where we did beat Aberdeen 1-0, we did get a very late injury to Olsen, and he has suffered a torn hamstring. Is now going to be out for the next 2 months. Not good signs. Alrighty guys, so we are back now in the Champions League a couple of days later after our game against Aberdeen, and we will be at home in this leg of the Champions League to Bayern Leverkusen. who are currently sitting bottom of the group with no wins. So guys, without further ado, we're going to jump straight into this Champions League match. Okay, ladies and gents, so we're now moving into the last 3 games of the Champions League group stages. Doing okay at the moment, but we are at home in this one against Bayern Leverkusen. Okay, ladies and gents, so here is our lineup for this leg of the Champions League, and it will be Livakovic in goal, a back 4 of Bakayoko, Ambrose, Flavio, and Boyata. Stevie UG and Mark Milligan will be the DMs. Kamberi, Petrados, and Blessing, high midfield, and Tony Watt up front as our striker. As for the Bayern Leverkusen lineup, it will be Lucas Hidrecki in goal. Alderweireld Tar will be in the back line as well, with Bender and Ribeiro. Arangaz, Baumgartlinger, Brandt, Bailey, and Forsberg make up their midfielder, and Pojam Paolo will be their striker. And it will be us that kicks things off in this game. So, before we go too much further, I need to have a look at our setup here and make sure that we're not going to make the same mistake as we did in the last game. No, that's alright. Possession after possession loss. We can deal with that. So, we'll turn on our attacking fullbacks, which I've already done. And let's get underway with this game. We did end up beating Bayern Leverkusen in the last leg of this Champions League group stage game. And we'll be looking to push on a little bit further now. Something I did notice coming into this game is that Mark Milligan, our Australian defensive midfielder, is starting to drop off in rating, down now to a 69. So we'll see what we can do to look at replacing him at some point. And as I say that, he gives the ball away. And they've lobbed one in over the top. It's Julian Brandt, but Flavio comes in to clean up, which he sort of does. I'm going to spray that one on down the line to Bakayoko, coming in for one of our injured players now as well. And it's Dimi Petrados, the man who was on fire in the last episode. He puts one in near post. 20 Watt hits it with his hand as he goes down to get it with his bloody head. And that's a chance gone begging. And it will be Kamberi to take a throw in now for us. Looking for some space out here. Dimi Petrados back into Kamberi. What have we got? Can we flick that one through? We do. Gets through. Tony Watt at the edge of the area. Can we play that one through? Takes a first time strike. Oh, and it comes off. Blessing! What has just happened? With a massive fortunate stroke of luck, it is Latif Blessing who gets the goal. 14 minutes in. So it comes through to Petrados. We make some space. We take the strike. It looks like it's deflected off Jonathan Tah, their defender. And it will be Latif Blessing who picks up the scraps over the keeper and puts that one nestled into the back of the net. Wow, what a stroke of fortune and a massive stroke of luck. And the goal will go to Latif Blessing. Which one? How many now is that for him? 3 in the Champions League so far. And it will be Bayern Leverkusen to lick their wounds and kick things off again after the first 15 minutes of this game. And as I say that, Tony Watt picks it up in great position there. Off to Dimi Petrados. Down the line now to Mohamedou Bakayoko. What has he got in his locker? He turns, beats his man. That's offside. It's in the back of the net, but it will not count. Tony Watt in the right position there. Just going a little bit too early on his run. Majorly early, well offside. Come on, lads. Oh, that's a danger ball. Forsberg! It's the back of the net. But I don't think it's going to count. No, it's not. 2 offside goals so far in this game. That's a beautiful ball through. Oh, by a whisker. An absolute whisker, lads. We managed to get away with that one. Back through the midfield. Forsberg and Baumgartlinger. But that will lead us into the halftime break, ladies and gents. So, it's been quite an interesting game. 2 offside goals so far. But we have the only one that counts through that man there on screen, Latif Blessing. And at the halftime break, it will be Hibernian 1, Bayern Leverkusen 0. So, ladies and gents, here are the match facts at the halftime break. So, for Hibernian, it is 1 goal, 4 shots, 2 on target with a shooting accuracy of 50%. 2 Bayern Leverkusen's, 0 goals, 0 shots, 0 on target, and the shooting accuracy of a big fat duck. Passing accuracy, we're absolutely killing them. 85% to their 68. That is disgusting. Killing on possession as well, 62%. To Bayern Leverkusen's 38%. So guys, without further ado, we are going to jump straight back in to this second half. And it will be Bayer Leverkusen to kick things off for this second half. Doing really well. I'm happy with our performance so far. Dare say we need one more goal to clinch this one. And I dare say we've become pretty close to unstoppable in this group stage. I don't feel like I'm going to get a win against Manchester City, so I'm banking on a loss in that one. Ambrose now to take. We will cut it back for this. Playing it straight through. Steven Ugarkovic all the way to Mark Milligan. Mark Milligan not looking too crash hot at the minute, but he'll play a ball through. Can we sneak that one through? We do! It's Steven Ugarkovic! It's a perfect time shot, lads! And he's fucking thumped it into the back of the net. The Aussie holding midfielder. Steven Ugarkovic, the ex-Newcastle Jetman, finds some space. It's a beautiful through ball and a beautiful touch and cross the keeper for an absolute thunder of a shot. Placed it well. And that one sails past Hadrecki into the back of the net. And the goal does come to Steven Ugarkovic. For how many goals in the Champions League now? That is 3 for him. And it will be Leverkusen to get things underway. It is a 2-0 lead for the boys of Easter Road at home as well, in front of the home fans, to defend against Leverkusen. What have we got? Come on, boys, come on. Oh, and that's a mix-up there for Latif Blessing to capitalise on. Can Petranos get to it? He does! He does! And he gets a foot to it! Another stroke of luck sees us go another goal ahead. Oh my days, what is going on? So as you can see, the ball comes through to Blessing, puts on a through ball, and Petranos absolutely nails one through. Oh, the defender completely missed it. I'm speechless. Fuck me dead. That is a massive mistake to make in this fixture. And the goal will come to the man, Dimi Petranos, for his 8th goal now in the Champions League. And I dare say, with a little bit of time left to run in this second half, I dare say the boys of Hibernian have done us a solid. And it's a convincing and comfortable 3-0 win. Fuck me, lads. And we'll turn off our attacking fullbacks now because we don't really need them. So we spray a ball forward now. Tommy Wyrell gets in the way of that. Pushing on forward, Leon Bailey. Ribeiro. Let's not get too comfortable. Forsberg! And we make the same mistake as Leverkusen. It's a beautiful cross in to find Forsberg. Just a little bit too far advanced. Livakovic, what the fuck are you diving at? What are you doing? Oh, wow, he's put it on the opposite side of him. And takes down a man in the box at the same point. And the goal now does come to Emil Forsberg, who now goes off for a substitution too. And the boys of Hibernian, they've conceded a goal 6 minutes after scoring their third. Gone to a more defensive shape now. And ladies and gents, that will do us in our second game against Bayer Leverkusen. We smashed them in both legs. And we will run out winners. I dare say that they are going to be dropped from the next stage of the competition. Not what we expected from Bayer Leverkusen, personally. Dimi Petranos playing well again. Not as clinical in this game, but pulling the strings, the puppet master, as always. And after 90 minutes, lads, it does finish up. Hibernian 3, Leverkusen 1. Okay, ladies and gents, so here are the match facts after our 3-1 win over Bayern Leverkusen. So for us, it will be 3 goals, 10 shots, 7 on target with a shooting accuracy of 70%. To Bayer Leverkusen's 1 goal, 1 shot, 1 on target with a shooting accuracy of 100%. Very clinical by them. So the passing accuracy, they did manage to claw some back, finishing up on 78%. And we absolutely smashed it with 85% passing accuracy. And as for the possession stat, they did manage to claw a little bit back on that as well. But we walk away with 59% to Bayer Leverkusen's 41%. Okay guys, so moving into today's 4th and final game of the episode, we are away to St Mirren in the league. So we will be running our backup brigade for this game. We are a bit short on our right back situation at the moment, with only 2 of them being at the club. So we are playing a left, I think, midfielder at right back being a Yempong. But that's okay. We've jumped into this game, and 3 minutes in, Daryl Horgan absolutely smashes one home. So we'll just skip straight through this now. And it is a very disappointing 1-1 draw against St Mirren. Alrighty guys, so moving into some very sad news before we finish off today's episode. It is that time. He's getting on now, and after I noticed the starting to drop in ratings, I made the decision now. We could have got more money for him at the start of the season, but we really did need him. And we are, unfortunately, breaking up our all-Australian defensive midfield. Mark Milligan, the 34-year-old now, will be departing the club in the next transfer window. We managed to get a bit of scratch for him. A lot of clubs came in. 2 clubs came in fact. So Cruz Azul have picked him up now. He will be leaving the club for a fee of $750,000, which is a hell of a lot more than the $575 that they initially were starting to offer. So, and he's a decent chunk off the wages too. So, probably for this season, we'll be running Geraldo in that spot for the rest of the season. And then we'll probably look to get another defensive midfielder at the start of next season. Even still, I might be looking at selling off maybe one other squad player, maybe to bring in some funds, because I think we only got something like $500,000 in cash and scratch for him. But anyway, he will be playing with us for until the end of until the start of the transfer window, when he will move to Cruz Azul. So thank you very much for your services, Mr. Mark Milligan. Alrighty guys, so that about wraps up today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. So in our next episode, we will be facing off against top of the table Rangers away in the league to begin with. Next episode is going to seem like an absolute bumper. We've got 2 games for the Champions League, 2 remaining games for the group stage, and an away game against Rangers in the league, who are top of the table. So thank you very much for watching guys. Be sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and leave your comments and feedback down below. Don't forget to smack that subscribe button if you haven't already, and tick the little notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. For all those that aren't aware, please jump in and join in all the fun and all the banter on the official Corner Flag Games Discord server. Links will be on screen, that way, and in the description below. And for all those that aren't aware, we are starting to run 2 separate live stream series on the channel now. One with Paris FC, where I give all the fans all the transfer willings and dealings, and they choose the players after the second season. And the second one is a youth squad live stream with Grasshopper, so they will be happening on the weekend. So make sure you are following on Twitch, and make sure you are subscribed and tick the notification bell on YouTube to get the notifications for when I go live. And I'll be back with the next episode of the Hibernian Road to Glory career mode soon.
Oh yeah, everybody now.